Come touch me like I'm an ordinary man. Have a look in my eyes. Underneath my skin there is a violence. It's got a gun in its hands. Ready to make sense of anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything.
So I'm going to go straight into a question about your last album. I think quite a few people find that it's going back to kind of the roots after your second to last album. People feel you're kind of going more into your original style. I don't know what you guys think about that, how you feel about that.
I think it's certainly more probably electronic than we did on previous albums. And I think it just sort of suited the atmosphere of the album just to make it more sci-fi, you know, like a film.
Depeche Mode, like on their last tour, bought loads of vintage instruments on eBay. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, you guys also have like a whole collection of old vintage keyboards, or? Oh, right.
But we used to have a lot, and then we sold them, and then now what we do is we hire stuff in. You know, we still got bits, but you know, we just went in the studio for a month or so. We hire stuff in as we.
Right. Not a coincidence that it's just the two of you as opposed to two other guys in the group. Since the beginning, there's been kind of people coming and going in the band. I know that, you know, different tours, you guys choose different people to work with. How do you go about it? How do you decide who you want to work with? Like, is it from meeting people, or do you hear someone's music and go, fuck, I want to work with you?
Well, Pollard was like that. Yeah. Pollard, he came to see us when we were doing a show in and he was living there, and he just gave us a CD.
Cool.
And we listened to the tour back and we liked it. And they sent us more CDs and we did it. And we eventually said, yeah. And we used the same band members most of the time.
Yeah.
Eventually changed our case back. But we just think about it really tight. It's great to have Roscoe on board. This is the first time he's ever toured. So he's a child. He's only ever been to Paris, and the whole tour, 6 weeks we're doing, he's only ever been to Paris, he's never been to any other places.
Right.
So for him, it's exciting.
Actually, that's another question I had. You guys are really fucking, you know, considered to be amazing in France and in Europe in general, and kind of cult for a lot of people. You're a cult band now, and I've got the feeling that you don't get the same kind of reception in England, or like in the UK in general, which is your home country. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, what do you...
It's weird with England, I think, because no one knows us really at all. There's very few people that actually know who we are. You know? And we were just unlucky because the first two record deals we had, we really screwed up big time in the UK. And we ended up owing a lot of money to Sony. And no record company touches, you know. But Europe was, you know, kind of building, and the fan base was growing, so record companies in Europe were very interested in it. So it's really simple as that. We didn't have record company support, you know. But, you know, now the business has changed so much where you don't necessarily need a record company. I think we're going to have a really good an effort to play to UK people, because you know, it'd be nice to get a fan base in England. It'd be great. Play some shows.
I read on your blog you were saying something about those cock-sucking corporate shit bands that float away. Yeah. That's the problem with the internet, it stays.
I can't remember what band I was excited. Sometimes it's frustrating when you do music that's like, I just get frustrated with the radio format. The kind of bands we get on radio, and I just think it's really unfair sometimes. It wasn't always like that, you know.
No.
I think, you know, radio's become so about format. So even before you make a record, I think bands actually have it in mind about what kind of record is going to get played. You know, and I think that's disastrous. That's my feeling. You know, people in radio used to take a lot of risks. If something was good and it sounded different, they'd play it in daytime, you know.